What's up, fans? Welcome back to the show. Guys, time the prize. The prize is here, so I hope you guys are having a good day. We got some March Madness to discuss, got some UFC to discuss as well, and then we're going to end today's episode with some Detroit Lions free agency talk. They've been very busy. Brad Holmes is not fucking around, man. He wants to win, so we'll do that. But yeah, let's get started with March Madness. It has been madness. My bracket's officially done. I've been screwed for a long time now. Kansas lost last weekend, so I'm done. I had them going all the way. So hopefully you guys are still surviving or doing good enough to win some money. But yeah, my bracket's officially broken. So yeah, it's been madness all around. Lots of upsets. Princeton still surviving in the tournament, so that's cool to see. Possible Cinderella story, perhaps, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, tonight we got some games. We got Michigan State in the Sweet 16 going up against Kansas State, so that should be an interesting one. Michigan State played Marquette Sunday. Good game. It really was. It was a good game. And then Michigan State kind of took advantage of Marquette's mistakes. They couldn't rebound. They couldn't make the shots. But then Michigan State, one of the better three-point shooting teams, couldn't make a three-point to save their life. So hopefully they can clean that up tonight. They play at 6:30 against Kansas State tonight. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, Michigan State in the Sweet 16, so good for them. And then we got Arkansas and UConn. Obviously another good basketball school there. You got Florida Atlantic at Tennessee, so shout out to Crazy Chris. He loves his Tennessee Volunteers. And then late game tonight, 9:45 p.m., you got Gonzaga, number 3, going up against number 2 UCLA. Two juggernauts in college basketball, so that should be an interesting game as well. So then tomorrow we got some games. We got San Diego State and Alabama, so that should be an interesting one. Alabama, number 1 seed in their little area, of the bracket. And then you got Miami, Florida going against Houston. You got Princeton, the Cinderella story, going against Creighton tomorrow night, and then Xavier against Texas, and that's going to round up the Sweet 16. So yeah, like I said, I hope you guys are enjoying watching March Madness. I know I have. I watched a lot of the games, and yeah, they've been fun, man. They really have been. So hopefully tonight Michigan State can get the job done. Me being a Michigan fan, not a big fan of State, but when it comes to basketball, I'd like to see Tom Izzo succeed. He's a great coach. He might have one championship to his name, but he's always leading his team to Sweet 16s and Elite 8s and Final Fours, and he just seems like a great coach. He's passionate, so you can't hate that. You can't hate passion. You can't deny that. So yeah, hopefully Michigan State gets the job done tonight. I hope you guys are gonna watch it. But yeah, 6:30 p.m. tonight, later tonight, Michigan State against Kansas State should be a good one. Hopefully you guys are doing good in your brackets. But yeah, March Madness, man, it has been madness. Like I said, lots of upsets. We got Princeton still in there, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's March Madness for you guys. Sweet 16. So we got that going on. Let's jump into UFC. So UFC 286, another great pay-per-view. The main card was excellent, and you had Leon Edwards defending his title against Kamaru Usman, winning by majority decision. So one judge had both fighters, 28-28 or however the scoring is, had both fighters, winning a round. So you got that going on. And then, obviously, Leon Edwards defending the welterweight championship and successfully retaining it. So it looks like he's going to defend the title against Colby Covington. A lot of controversy behind that. There's a lot of other welterweights, excuse me, that couldn't fight for that title. But, he is a draw with his mouth and his personality. So we'll see what happens with that. So, yeah, you got that going on. But, yeah, congrats to Leon Edwards. He deserves it, man. Kamaru Usman, he had his time. He was the top welterweight for a really long time. And then Leon Edwards, he's been on a tear, defending his title and just winning fights. So we'll see what happens with Kamaru Usman, and we'll see what happens with Leon Edwards. But it looks like he's going to defend the welterweight title against Colby Covington. So you got that going on. And then Justin Gaethje, another fight of the night performance. That's why he's called a highlight, man. He just puts on great fights. Just nonstop, all 3 rounds or all 5 rounds, it doesn't matter. He's gonna give you everything he has, and he proved that again last Saturday against Rafael Fiziev, another majority decision. So one judge had both of them, tied 1 round, and then obviously the 2 other judges had Justin Gaethje winning that one. So yeah, crazy stuff going on there. But yeah, Justin Gaethje, man, I think he needs another run at the lightweight championship. He's not getting any younger, he's getting old. I would like to see him fight for the title, or if maybe a rematch against Dustin Poirier, another favorite fighter of mine. But yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite fighters. Justin Gaethje is. It's him and Dustin Poirier are my top two right now as we speak. I mean, they're just so fun to watch, nonstop, pedal to the metal. Their conditioning's fantastic. I mean, they're gonna give you fight of the night every single time they're in the octagon, and we saw it with Justin Gaethje this past Saturday. So I'd like to see him fight for the lightweight championship once again. If not, maybe against Dustin Poirier, but we'll see what happens. Lots can happen from now till then. But yeah, Justin Gaethje, another fight of the night. And why not? That's why they call him the highlights. So yeah, Justin Gaethje winning that fight. You got Gunnar Nelson winning his fight against Brian Barberena. It was by submission in the first round, and Jeffrey Maya won by decision against the undefeated at that time Casey O'Neill, women's flyweight division there. And then the first fight of the main card, you had Marvin Vettori defeating Roman Dolidze by decision. So yeah, that. But yeah, great fight card. Another exciting pay-per-view. I mean, obviously we got another pay-per-view coming up in a couple weeks, April 8th. Saturday, the rematch between Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya for the UFC middleweight title, and then you got Gilbert Burns going up against Jorge Masvidal, so that's going to be a good one as well. But yeah, definitely lots going on. And then this Saturday we have another good fight night in the main event, bantamweight main event. You got Marlon Chito Vera going up against Corey Sandhagen. That's going to be a really good one. I think someone's going to get knocked out there. And then Holly Holmes, she just signed a 6-fight deal with the UFC, so she's not going anywhere anytime soon. She's going to be on the card as well. So yeah, check that out. Watch it with your friends. Play some bets. I might have to check it out, but yeah, got a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Might see John Wick, so all you John Wick fans out there, check it out, man. I might go see it with my dad. We'll see what's going on, but yeah, love me some John Wick. That guy's a badass. Keanu Reeves, man, really saved his career. Being in John Wick, but he's just a good actor. I like Keanu Reeves, but yeah, John Wick, he's a badass, man. So we'll have to see what happens in the fourth installment of John Wick. But yeah, I got that going on. Got other family events going on. So we'll see if I have time to watch this fight. If not, I'll watch some highlights on YouTube or something. But yeah, definitely check this one out. Marlon Chito Vera, going up against Corey Sandhagen. Place your bets. It's going to be a good one. But yeah, UFC on ESPN this Saturday night. Main card, I do believe, starts at 7. And the prelims will start at 4. So check that out. But yeah, great UFC events coming. And then obviously UFC 287, as I mentioned, happening April 8th at 10 p.m. regular time. And you got Alex Pereira defending the middleweight title against Israel Adesanya in a rematch from a few months ago. And then you got Gilbert Burns going up against Jorge Masvidal. Kevin Holland's on this card as well. Rob Font, Adrian Yanez, he's on this card. Let's see, Raul Rosas Jr., he's supposed to be the next rising star, it seems like. So he's going to be on this card as well. So yeah, check that one out. April 8th in Miami. So going to be a good one there. And then today's episode, we're going to wrap things up with the Detroit Lions. I mean, yeah, I think this is the most the Bryce has talked about the Detroit Lions in the positive light. Obviously, the Bryce is a very big has been really a very big critic of the Detroit Lions over the years. And yeah, I get shit from it from Crazy Chris. So shout out to you, Crazy Chris, changing my ways a little bit. I just like how they're being very active in the offseason. I mean, they're signing big names. I mean, recently they just signed Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, or C.J. Gardner-Johnson, to a 1-year, $8 million deal. I mean, best safety in the in the NFL, right? So we got him. We signed lots of big names. Cam Sutton from the Pittsburgh Steelers, another defensive back. David Montgomery, running back from the Chicago Bears, we signed him to a deal. Obviously, you got rid of Jamal Williams, so we had to fill the void. Pretty good void. I like David Montgomery. Very good running back. Very powerful running back there. And then Emmanuel Mosley, we got him from the San Francisco 49ers. We re-signed Isaiah Buggs and John Kaminsky to deals. Alex Anzalone, not a big fan of him, but you know what? He's on that field, like I mentioned in the last episode. He's on that field all the time, so Definitely got to give him props there. We re-signed Glasgow. He was our guard for like 4 or 5 years, so nice to see him back. Will Harris, C.J. Moore. Uh, so yeah, lots of defensive signings from the Detroit Lions, and that's good. You know, we need defense. That was our weakest point last year, especially early in the season. We got better as the season went on, but yeah, early in the season, yeah, our offense can put up 30, 40 points, but then we're giving up 30, 40 points, you know what I mean? So it doesn't really balance out that way. But yeah, it's nice to see the Lions being very active. Like I said, Brad Holmes is not fucking around. He wants to win. And I appreciate that. That's a good GM right there. We got to keep him for a long time. I just like all these moves he's making. But now I'm curious what they're going to do in the draft. Are they going to draft a quarterback? I really don't. Hope they don't. You know, wide receiver, we don't need a wide receiver. I mean, just load up on defense, get a linebacker in there, get another edge rusher perhaps. I don't know. I mean, our secondary is pretty much set, right? You know, we got all these signings. We got C.J. Gardner-Johnson. We got Cam Sutton. We got Emmanuel Mosley, top defensive players in the game. But on top of that, we got Kirby Joseph, who's pretty good. Tracy Walker is pretty damn good in there. So, and then Jeff Okudah, of course. So our secondary is pretty much set. Yeah, maybe getting our linebacker to help out Alex Anzalone and Malcolm Rodrigo, as we call him here in the Motor City. So, and then maybe another edge rusher to help out Aiden Hutchinson. So we'll see what happens. But the Lions have been very active. But I'm really curious what they're going to do in the draft in April, towards the end of April. Like I said, defense, no quarterback. If they draft a quarterback at 6, I'm going to be very pissed. Or if they trade away their pick, they better be getting some picks for trading their number 6 pick. But yeah, we got 2 first-round picks, the 6th pick, and I think the 18th pick, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, the Lions very active this offseason. I love what they're doing, you know, signing big names on the defensive side. That's great. You know, signed David Montgomery, running back. I mean, I like his style, and then he's behind a good offensive line finally compared to Chicago. So we'll see what happens there. He's got to stay healthy, obviously, so we'll see with that. And then, I don't know, the receiving core, obviously, you got Amon St. Brown, you got Josh Reynolds. I don't know if DJ Chark's going to stick around. I don't know. You know, we'll see what happens with that. But, yeah, I was going to say the Lions very busy and looking pretty damn good. I think this gives a lot of Detroit Lions fans, even myself, something to look forward to. So, yeah, there you go, Crazy Chris. Yeah, and he says after the Lions signed C.J. Gardner-Johnson last week, this past Sunday, he said Super Bowl. I was like, oh, pump the brakes a little bit, Jack. I mean, we'll see what they have to do and what they do in the draft, and we got to see what they do as the season begins. And so, yeah, we'll see. But, yeah, the Lions, man, I'll give you a round of applause, man. There's nothing wrong with that. They've been very active. Like I said, Brad Holmes is the man. You know, he's just making moves left and right. He wants to win. He's trying to build a culture around here. He wants to win the division, possibly go to the Super Bowl. He wants to be a dominant force. I don't blame him. The Lions have been the laughingstock for 60-plus years. So we got to change sometime, right? So, yeah, hopefully you guys are placing your bets. If they're going to win the division, go to the Super Bowl, probably get a nice little payday if you hit. But yeah, the Lions, man, can't ask for nothing better than that. So, yeah, go Lions and go Brad Holmes, man. And I don't think they're done. I think they're going to keep signing. And then, you know, just very curious what they're going to do in the draft. So we got that going on as well. So, yeah, thank you guys so much. That's all. Guys, time to prize. This is the March 23rd, 2023 version of Guys Time for the Prize. So thank you for joining me. This episode will be available obviously later tonight, so be on the lookout for that. Watch March Madness. We got Michigan State and Kansas State, 6:30 p.m. Watch that game. I think that's going to be a good game. You got UFC this weekend. John Wick comes out Friday, so watch it. Go see it. And then obviously the Detroit Lions making a lot of moves during the offseason. A lot of big-name free agent signings. I like what they're doing, and hopefully they keep it up, man. Like I said, very curious what they're going to do in the draft towards the end of April. And then obviously next year, the draft is going to be here in Detroit, Michigan. So that's going to be a good one as well. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, peace out, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. The prize is out. Take care. Peace. We are out. See ya.